Okay, hello, my name is Kimberly Black and today is September 25th, 2016 and I'm talking for my information speech. And my topic is the proper way to efficiently do a job interview. So there always comes a time in everyone's life when you have to go for a job interview. Depending on the type of environment that you're going into determines on what you need to plan yourself for and the different kind of requirements that you need to have. Preparing yourself for a job interview consists of having the proper dress code, having efficient interview questions and knowing how to answer them, and also communicating towards your employer and knowing how to do that. The first thing today that I'm going to talk about is how to prepare to have the good outfit for your interview. You always want to prepare yourself days in advance for your interview and what you're going to wear, not the night before or the morning of, so you're not rushing and you know exactly what you need to wear. Almost every business wants you to dress casual, such as long pants, long skirts, long sleeve shirts, nothing that's inappropriate. Things that are not acceptable when wearing is mini skirts, tank tops, flip-flops, and things that are see-through. Those wouldn't be things that give off good vibes to your employer. A good quote is, over the years, our society has become less conservative when it comes to dress code. Certain industries have a more diverse atmosphere, and that comes from the Forbes media. Always make sure your outfit is clean, wrinkle-free. You don't want stains on it. You don't want dog hairs all over your outfit. Always have it clean and prepared before you come. Another important thing to remember is about your appearance is to make sure your hair is always fixed, and if you're a guy, make sure that your face is shaved and clean cut, and if you're a girl and you wear makeup, make sure your makeup is toned down and everything looks appropriate for your employer. You also don't want to walk in having piercings all over your face because some place frown upon that. So if you do have them, like a lip ring or such, just take it out and replace it with a clear earring and keep going, and don't wear anything that's real gawky and that'll turn your employer off. A lot of the times people say to bring in like a briefcase or a purse so you can have everything that you need right in there, maybe papers, resumes, things like that, and you want to clean them out ahead of time because you don't want to come in and have like candy wrappers and receipts laying around, because then you have to jumble through them and that just doesn't look good to your employer. The second thing that I'm going to talk about is how to have efficient interview questions. When thinking about interview questions, you need to spend time thinking about your skills, your goals, your accomplishments in life, and also just basic and general interview questions. Almost all of the time, the first thing that they ask you is to tell them about yourself. Tell a minimum about yourself. Don't go into a lot of detail about yourself. Just tell your age, your name, why you want the job, and different things like that if you're going to school and what you're going for. They don't need to know your whole life story. It can also be a turn-off for telling things like that, and it can make them not really like you. Always impress them with the first question because that gives them the good outlook on you. They might also ask you different kinds of questions about your biggest weakness, and don't be afraid to answer that. One foul-proof method is think of something that you struggle with and just basically tell them how to improve it, and that's from the interview preparation. Practice your interview questions in front of friends and family, so when you go in, you're not trying to sit there and make up something in your head. Never go in and just wing your interview, and so it looks good on your behalf. Finally, you want to have a proper way of communicating with your employer. Before going into your interview, you need to know everything that you can about them. Find out all the information from the internet, books, friends. You want to go in having all the knowledge that you can about your company, because interviewing is a skill. You can improve your style and accumulate with practice, and that's from the Ultimate Interview Guide. You want to be able to properly answer the employer and speak directly to them. Another way to have proper communication is good posture and eye contact. It never looks good to be talking to someone and not look them in the eye, and it also doesn't look good to not be able to directly answer questions that they say to you. It kind of looks like you weren't ready and you weren't prepared for anything. When sitting, you always want to sit either with your feet flat on the floor, or if you're a lady, sit with your legs crossed. Never sit with your legs open or anything like that. And just basically, when you're preparing for an interview, you always want to prepare for the worst. You never just go in and wing it. Always make sure you're prepared and you dress properly and have efficient interview questions, and that you basically know about your company and know what you're stepping into. So for my visual aid today, I made a poster board of the different things, the do's and don'ts, the proper dress code and proper interview questions, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about 3 different interview questions. The first one is when they ask you to tell a little bit about yourself. Don't give your complete employer history or any of your personal history. Do 2 to 3 accomplishments and wrap it up with prior work history, and if you worked anywhere with the same kind of experience, tell them about that. How did you hear about the position? If you find out from a friend or a personal contact that they might know, say their names. It might give you a good outlook. It always makes you stand out from the others. And then how do you know about the company? Start off by telling them you understand the company's goals and making it personal for yourself, because that looks good on your behalf. And show that you've done your research about the company by using big words that come from the website or any place that you looked at it at. For proper dress code, for a lady and a man, you always kind of want to wear like either long skirts or long sleeve pants, anything like that, closed-toed shoes. You never want to wear like blue jeans or shorts. You never want to wear flip-flops or tank tops, anything like that, and that's good examples of like briefcases and purses. And then you always need to sit up correctly with your legs crossed or pressed together, make good eye contact, speak loudly and clearly, be focused on the employer, and use proper grammar terms. And do not be slumped over in your chair, don't sit with your legs apart, do not lose eye contact with the employer, and lose your focus. Also do not use any kind of slang words, just make sure you use proper grammar. And that's it.
Amen.